Richard, what are some of your favorite traditions regarding meals and family in Syria? I absolutely love Middle Eastern food. I find it horrible when you cover your home Israeli about happy things should be that way. Your show is great. Yeah, I get you. That's true. It is a bit saddening. So okay, look, man. Let's start out simple. Most people like tabbouleh. I do not like tabbouleh. Okay, I like fattoush. Fattoush is a much better salad, in my opinion. It has pieces of fried bread in it. I love it. I think it's great. If you go to Damascus, you're gonna find a lot of good street food, man. I'm telling you. You'll have a dude who'll take like a corn. Oh, actually, first of all, you can buy corn, regular corn. Like there's a dude who literally like rolls around with a cart and there's he's boiling corn and he's like yelling out, "You want corn?" And you just go and buy corn. But what I like is the unhealthy version, right? You'll have people if you go down near Birj Rus, right? You go down there, you'll have a guy who'll he'll basically skin the corn and then mix it up with a bunch of sauces and then give it to you on like this plastic foam thing and you go and eat it, right? Very unhealthy, but very good. And if you go to next to the Umayyad Mosque, right, which is, this is the center of Damascus, in the old city. You go there, there's a guy in L'Emiriye, right? This is an area there. It's called Emiriye, and he says he makes these like huge ass croissants, right? He does them in chocolate and also with cheese. They're huge, man, and they can cost nothing. Right now I don't know what the price is with all the inflation and the sanctions, but back then it was like 15 or 25 lira. I don't know, but that's like half a dollar, basically. Or if it's 15, it's like a quarter of a dollar, So it was really cheap, and they're amazing. They're amazing. No competition. What else is there? Oh yeah, juice bars. In Damascus, you find a lot of juice bars. You can go and get like, you'll see them. They have like nets or like baskets full of fruit, and you make up a cocktail on the spot. You tell them, yeah, I want some watermelon, I want some strawberries, I want whatever, and they cook it up for you on the spot. It's amazing. And you're making me miss this a lot. But my favorite food, I'd say, is probably broasted chicken with a B, broasted. They'll take like a farouj, they call it. It's like a chicken. We love chicken, man. And then they'll basically deep fry the bitch. And, you'll also get the not fries, but these round cut potatoes with a garlic sauce. It's mayonnaise with garlic, basically. Shit, man. I haven't had that for like over 10 years. I miss it. I really do, man. I really miss it. But yeah, you can get that good in Damascus. You find a lot of good roasted places. And of course, shawarma, obviously. But like proper shawarma, right? No offense to other countries, but we make it the best, which is what every Arab will tell you. But yeah, the Syrian shawarma is the best. And of course, if you go and you eat dessert, right? In English, you would say baklava, right? In Syria, we say ba'lawa. You know what I'm talking about, ba'lawa. Various kinds of that. My favorite, they got a bunch of names, right? They'll make them in various forms, but basically everything in Syria is full of pistachios, right? We love pistachios, put it on everything. There's actually a really famous ice cream shop. If you go to Suq al-Hamidiyya, which is the Hamidiyya market or bazaar, if you go to the middle, there's an ice cream spot called Bakdash, and they make this milk ice cream fresh. They make it in the shop, like with this huge stick, trying to make the ice cream. And then, of course, what do they put on it? Fucking pistachios, man. Like, chopped up pistachios. They put it in a cone, and you take it and they just dip it in a bunch of pistachio. It's amazing. What else is there? Damn, I'm hungry now. Yeah, there's so much food. Like what I've just told you is not even like 10% of Syrian food. I'm not even kidding. And no offense to the Lebanese, but the Lebanese will try to claim all of this for themselves. Again, you have a lot of competition with Arabs, right? Who has the best food? Even though if you go to Lebanon, if you go to Syria, it's very similar. It's very, very similar. And what else was I gonna say? I was actually I wanted to post something about again, this has nothing to do with food, but this is to do with the Umayyad Mosque. So I thought I just wanted to show you this bit of history over here. I think it's very interesting. Again, it's just a little bit nerdy, but I think it's very important as well. Not a lot of people know this. So yeah, this is the Umayyad Mosque. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous building, right? Very old. I mean, the Umayyad Mosque is, I think, one of the oldest mosques in the world. Yeah, absolutely. And what's interesting about it, what's interesting about the mosque is that, I'll tell you the history of it, okay? It goes back roughly to 805 BC. It was originally an Aramaic temple dedicated to the rain god Haddad Rimon. And later on, it became a Greek temple during the Hellenistic era. And afterwards, right, the Romans came there they took Damascus and they turned it into a temple of Jupiter. And you can, if you look inside, if you look at the picture, all of these columns are Roman. They're still there. These are the original Roman columns, all of them. The inside of the mosque as well is fascinating. You see those, the top over here? I'm not sure what the artistic term is for that, but that's Roman. And then, of course, afterwards, the Christians took it over and they turned it into a church, right? And if you look inside the church, inside the Umayyad Mosque, right, you will see the mausoleum of John the Baptist, who baptized Jesus, right? He's still in there. There it is. That's the shrine. That's his resting place. And so again, I find it fascinating. And then of course the Muslims took it over, and you know Damascus was really the first capital of the Islamic Empire, right? That's when it was at its height, as a matter of fact. So all the way from China to Spain. And so I think this building is fascinating. You know, you look at this, it's a mosque, and you know, you have John the Baptist, who, by the way, just like Jesus, is also revered in Islam. And when the Muslims conquered Damascus, they actually divided it in half. Not the church, but the temple part. And so it became a place of worship for both Christians and Muslims. Muslims believe that on Judgment Day, Jesus will return right here at the Umayyad Mosque in Damascus. He will descend from the heavens at the minaret in the east. So basically this minaret over here. And it's actually named after Jesus. Mi'dhanat Isa, Jesus, son of Mary, will come down from the heavens and he will kill the Antichrist on Judgment Day. And another interesting fact, Saladin, or Salah ad-Din, who is a great Muslim warrior and commander, he's also buried in the Umayyad Mosque, very close by. And there's also a statue of him in Damascus outside Suq al-Hamidiyya on the other side. So there's a lot of history in this building. It's frankly incredible. It's really incredible. And I think it's fascinating. And it just, you don't appreciate that when you're a kid. When I was a kid, like I've been in there, I didn't really understand this. And then, you get older, you're like, oh my God, that is fascinating. It really is, honestly. And if you go to, I think Marissa, I don't know if she's watching right now, but she went to Spain, to Andalus. She sent me her vacation pictures. There's like a copy of the Umayyad Mosque there. And it's really fascinating. It's beautiful. The mosque in Cordoba in southern Spain, in the region of Al-Andalus, you can see the similarities here with the architecture, right? So it's very heavily inspired by the Umayyad Mosque in Damascus. And it's one of the only Islamic structures still surviving in Spain, in southern Spain. So yeah, what's also really beautiful, if you look at this gold over here, this is meant to represent paradise. Now, there's a bit of debate about the gold and the decorations. You know, among historians, they're not sure whether it's supposed to depict Damascus and its suburbs. Some people say that it's a depiction of heaven. And you can see all these palm trees laden with fruit and dates and astonishing mosaic. And it's beautiful. And I think this particular structure over here, right, which I'm putting the cursor over, this is the vault. The treasury. And again, you can see the Roman columns right there. It's really fascinating, huh? So, yeah. And it's also said that when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, when he was about to enter Damascus, he decided not to, because he said that man should only enter paradise once. That's quite the endorsement. And again, I think it speaks to the cultural, religious, ethnic diversity that is really, it's just part of the history, man, and part of the society, the fabric of society to this day. So I'm very proud of that. Anyway, I think that was a very long answer about food and a little bit about the Umayyad Mosque. There's a lot more to go into, man. Really, this is just one bit of Syria's history. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. I hope that was informative, and thank you for that, because you're right. I usually we're talking about the news, and the news is never or hardly ever positive. So we have to celebrate our cultures, other people's cultures, and I used to do a lot more of these before. Should keep it up, right? So thank you for that. I appreciate that.